Have you ever wanted to improve your vehicle's overall running quality or even make your engine last longer? Today, I'm going to be performing a regular, recommended oil and oil filter change by Ford Motor Company on my 2018 Ford Flex Limited. Now, it is important to regularly change your oil and oil filter recommended by Ford Motor Company to improve just that, improve the engine quality, the effectiveness of how the car runs, and the overall quality of the vehicle. This will help you make your car last longer, and if you're trying to sell it, you can sell it for a higher quality vehicle. Now today I'm going to show you how to perform this. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is start the car and put the parking brake on. So I got here starter, so we're gonna have to lock it, and then 2 times. Car started. So we're gonna wait about 15 minutes and let it heat up so that the oil can flow properly and we can replace the oil with new oil. So while the car is heating up, we're gonna want to go ahead and set the parking brake. So let's get in here and set the parking brake. Right there's the parking brake. We push it all the way in. Parking brake is set. Now we're going to want to go ahead and open the hood. So I'm going to show you here where we open it at. Right here, this little lever opens up. Opens the hood. I'm going to go around to the hood. Right in front here, pull up a little bit, find it. Right here is a little lever. We move the lever over and lift up. Right here is our engine. Engine is running. Now, you can see right here, SAE 5W20. Okay, so while the engine is heating up and the hood is open and the parking brake is set, we are going to go over the tools and materials we need. So first off, to extend the life and improve the vehicle's efficiency by changing the oil and the oil filter, we need 6 quarts of SAE 5W20, a new oil filter, 15mm wrench or a 15mm wrench or sockets, oil filter wrench or vice grips, a drain pan, a funnel, a safety jack, eyewear, gloves, and I also like to have a rag for cleaning your hands and the oil, and also cardboard. So let's start off with showing the SAE 5W20 oil. That's 5 quarts. Right here is a extra quart for the 6th quart. Right here is our brand new oil filter. Brand new oil filter. Right here is our funnel, vice grips for the old oil filter, 15mm wrench, a rag, oil drain pan, jack, and our cardboard. So we're going to go set that up, put the cardboard underneath the car, and get everything where it needs to go. So I'm over here by the car, still running. Got my tools pushed over here and the cardboard. We're gonna go ahead and shut off the engine because it's been warming up for about 15 minutes. I come in here and shut it off. Okay, so engine's off. Next thing we want to do is place the cardboard underneath the car where we're going to be working on. So that means we're gonna put it underneath the oil pan and the old filter. Here, it's gonna be located on the passenger side in the front, up under here. And that white thing right there is the old oil filter, and this right here is called the oil pan. And then that bolt here is the drain plug, which we are going to undo. First, we're going to get our cardboard in place. Looks like it's under there in a pretty good spot. Also, we're going to come over to the engine, and we're going to take the oil cap off where we put in the oils to allow for proper drainage and flow of the oil. So this is off, and we're going to be sure not to lose that, so we set it somewhere where we cannot lose it, which will be up there. Next, we're going to need our jack. And as you can see, I have my gloves on and eye protection. Now with our jack, we find a nice spot of the frame to jack it up. Which this looks like a pretty good spot. All right, so our jack is set. All right, so our jack is set. Now we're going to put the oil pan underneath the oil pan and drain plug. So there's the oil filter. There's the drain plug. Now we have it set. Now we're going to grab our 15mm wrench and take out the drain plug. In order to take out the drain plug, we first need to get underneath the vehicle where we put the cardboard and the oil pan and where we have the jack set up. So we're going to get underneath there, and we're going to get directly underneath the drain plug, take it off with our 15mm wrench, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to take our 15mm wrench, put it around our drain plug, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So right here is our drain plug. Put this around, lefty loosey, so it's loose. Then I'm going to drop the oil into the oil pan. Now the oil is draining. We want to wait about another 10 to 15 minutes to let the oil drain completely. So as the engine oil is draining into the drain pan from the oil pan reservoir, we are going to grab the drain plug and clean it of debris and clean its gasket of debris and dust so that it doesn't affect the engine and that it goes on properly without any oil leakage. So let's grab that. And as you can see, it's coming to a slow drip. So we're going to grab the drain plug, set it down here, start to clean it. Drain, caught it. Drain plug, rag. Inside here is the gasket. This black thing is the gasket. It's a rubber gasket. So we're going to clean all this off. Nice and clean. Now we're going to grab our 15mm wrench and our drain plug, get underneath the 2018 Ford Flex, put the drain plug back in to the oil reservoir, tighten it up with our 15mm wrench, and then we will move on to taking off the old oil filter. So let's get under the car. I am now under the car and in position. I have my 15mm wrench. I have the drain plug. We're going to go put it back in. Put it hand tight. Now for our wrench. Tighten it down.
A little bit more. That should be good. Move on to our old oil filter, which is right here. So now we're gonna grab our vice grips, move under the vehicle, and remove the old oil filter. Now I am in place underneath the vehicle. I have the oil drain pan in place underneath the oil filter. And it's always good to see, because you're only supposed to put these on hand tight anyway. Oh yeah, we can get it off. So in this case, we didn't need a wrench, but we're gonna go ahead and take this off. It's always a messy job. Take it off. And the rest will drain into the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and set that there. And we're gonna let this drain for a few minutes. So now I'm under the vehicle, and the oil housing is done draining. I'm gonna go ahead and done draining. We're gonna take the new filter and put it in. Now once it touches the vehicle, it's pretty tight. We want to turn 3/4 of a turn more so that it's tight and seated. So there's about a quarter, half, 3/4. So you can do this. You don't even need a wrench for it, but if you didn't have the grip strength, you could use a wrench, put it on there, tighten it up. And now I was able to do it by hand, but if you were not able to, you could use a wrench. So now I'm going to clean all of this up, and we are going to put the new oil in. So now we're going to need our funnel. And if you remember earlier, we already took off the cap where the oil goes into on top of our, that's right here. We took that cap off earlier to allow flow. Now we're going to put our funnel in there, just like this, and fill it up with 6 quarts. 6 quarts of this 5W20. There's our funnel. Our funnel makes so no leaks happen. There's 1 quart. Now for the other 5, I'll take our 5 quarts, open it up. Now we're going to use this and fill it up. I want to do this slowly so that we don't spill. All right, there's the other 5. So now we're going to wait a few minutes. By few, I mean 3 to 5 minutes, to let the oil set and make sure that when we check the level of our oil, that it's properly in the right spot, which I'll show you here in 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, it has now been about 5 minutes, so we are going to take our rag and we are going to go ahead and check our oil level. We have the car on a flat surface, oil funnel is still in there. We are going to take this guy out and we are going to check with it the oil level. And here's how we will do that. Set this here to show you. I'm going to pull that out. Pull it out. And we are going to look. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off for the first time, because the first time is not going to be the most accurate. Push it all the way in, pull it back out, and as you can see, our oil is right where it's supposed to be at the full mark. You can tell this because where the liquid is at, and we want to be right here where the serrated part is at the full. We want to be there. essentially in between these two, right in the middle. And we are exactly there because we put exactly 6 quarts in. So, great. Our oil is good. Put this back all the way in. Then we are take our funnel out. Set it to the side. Remember earlier we set our cap up here. We take our cap, put it back in, making sure it sits in tight. Good. And then we will go inside the vehicle and reset the oil life on the dash. Now we're going to lower this, being sure to stay out of the way. Slowly lower this. Alright, so everything is cleaned up and put away. Vehicle's here. Cardboard. Oh man. Now we will get inside of the vehicle and reset the oil life. Alright, we are inside of the vehicle, and in order to reset the oil life on the dashboard, we need to first start the engine. Engine is started. Now we're going to use this control here, the OK and the 4 arrows. And we see here we have our display. So we're going to come over and we're going to go up and over to display. Then we're going to go down, over display to settings. Go to settings, vehicle, oil life reset. Hold to reset. See, we were on 8%. It was ready. We're holding down. And it now says our oil life is reset. 100% remaining. So now we can press OK. Because it's set. Oil set to 100%. We can go down. Back to our display. 0 miles per hour.
Now that I have completed the maintenancing of my 2018 Ford Flex, I would like to leave you with a picture of the manual on how to replace the oil and oil filter. Another thing that I would like to say is that creating these videos and by doing these speeches through this class, it has inspired me to keep making demonstration videos, whether it's maintenancing, fishing, hunting, shooting guns. I'm going to keep making videos. This has very much inspired me too. I have enjoyed it very much. Thank you so much.